And good Sunday morning. I'm Farah Jadran along with meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. We are in first alert weather mode today, this Sunday, June 14th, into early morning Tuesday as well, Ashley. And I know we have a lot of focus on the World Cup match here in Seattle, the first one tomorrow, but we've got a lot of activities happening today, and we know it's a beautiful day. Folks want to get outside, but there are some dangers to consider.
Right, and for people who do not have ways to keep cool or workers outside, you know, the unhoused, all of that, it's going to be dangerous, especially in the direct sun. And so we have a heat advisory in place, which I'm going to break it all down for you in the forecast just to talk about what impacts we could be dealing with, how long it's going to stick around for, and then Farah and I are going to talk about some cold water safety, tide pooling, so on and so forth. But let's get right into the forecast so we can talk about what's going on. So we are under first alert weather mode today and tomorrow because not only are we going to have hot days, we're going to have very warm nights, elevated fire weather concerns as well because we have low relative humidity, offshore winds, and the high heat and dry fuels. And so here's a look at that heat advisory. All the way through 5 a.m. Tuesday, notice the immediate coast and the mountains not included in this heat advisory. Either way, it's going to be hot wherever you go. If you're hiking, you're camping, you're going to be out on the water. Yes, you'll be on the cooler side there, but it's going to be hot everywhere. And I'll take a deeper dive into all of that coming up. But let's talk about that fire danger and the relative humidity. I'll back it up right here into the afternoon when we have the lowest relative humidity. And so you take into account that we have offshore winds, which we will get those, especially coming through the Cascade Gaps. That's going to dry the air mass out, dry out those fuels. Think brush fires when we tend to get those. It's because we have really dry vegetation, hot temperatures, as well as the wind. So relative humidity going to be in the teens and 20s. And so you see where the oranges are, that's where we're going, in the reds, that's where we're going to have the greatest risk for fire danger. It's not a guarantee, but it's just definitely something that we're going to be watching out for. Same for tomorrow, but things begin to change as we head into Tuesday. Our natural AC comes back. Coming off of the Pacific where we have that cool ocean breeze, it's just going to take a little extra time to get to Puget Sound, as we well know that happens. So that's why that heat advisory is in place through 5 a.m. Tuesday, because Monday night, Tuesday morning will be the warmest for many of us. Let's take you outside, though, because, yes, it is a beautiful day everywhere. Lake Chelan, you see all the way up to Paradise. Here in Seattle, we have lots of visitors, as you well know, and not just because of the World Cup, because it's summer, almost summer, not officially summer, but we're in the summer months.
It feels like it.
It feels like summer. It really does. And summer begins next Sunday, by the way, so 7 days away. Record high temperatures are likely today. So Bellingham's forecast of 84 degrees, record 83 degrees. And so SeaTac forecast either side of 90 at this point. Wouldn't be surprised to see lower 90s. So record high temperatures are likely. So let's talk about the forecast highs. I put the heat advisory on the map as well. Upper 70s to mid 80s for the islands, interior areas, mid and upper 80s to lower 90s. You see pretty much everywhere, 80s, 90s. And 80s and 90s though, it's some people will laugh at that, say, oh, that's nothing. I moved from Texas.
But for here, this is hot because we're talking about people who don't have air conditioning regularly. If you're in town right now and you're watching this and you're in your hotel or your Airbnb that has air conditioning, that's right. But a lot of homes, older homes, do not have air conditioning. So that's why we express so much to find a cool place, find
cooling
someone,
shelters.
Cooling shelters, find a place, a friend or family member that has air conditioning or has extra fans. And if you are going to go out to the water to keep cool, we'll talk about that after the break, because it might seem like, oh, it's going to be nice to get in the water, but some of those temperatures will still be significantly cold.
Looks can be deceiving. So that is what we're really going to take a deep dive into. Farah, you have a little one.
Oh, yeah.
Ways to beat the heat with the little ones.
Yeah.
And the reason why, again, why we have this heat advisory in place through 5 a.m. on Tuesday. I know that's a strange time, but this is why. You see by 11 a.m., this is today, yes, but you see how most of our night we're in the 70s. Normally you open your window, get that cool breeze. It's not going to be that cool. Our average low this time of year is 51, 52. We're going to be well above that. Here's a look at some of those forecast lows. You see widespread 50s and 60s. And once again, this is above normal for this time of year. And we have an urban heat island where our heat gets trapped and in the urbanized areas. And so that's why it's also super warm. We don't have a lot of relief from the heat before we get from sunrise tomorrow to tomorrow afternoon. I wanted to also show you the zone forecast highs tomorrow. Up north, you see some spots are a little cooler than today because we get the push of onshore winds. Not the case for Puget Sound, though. Near 91 in Seattle, 92 Belfair tomorrow, 93 in Olympia, all the way down to Longview, 94. But the beaches significantly cooler because we get that natural AC. Talking about the FIFA World Cup, though, this is going to be very, very important because we do have a lot of people in town. We're also going to have high clouds filtering in, highs near 81 at kickoff and at noon. I also wanted to show this for all of our visitors in Celsius, you know, just because, yes, we talk about Fahrenheit, but if you're more familiar with this, 27 degrees Celsius at kickoff. Thankfully, on the pitch, we have grass, not turf. So turf heats up faster, whereas grass
can make a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, for the players. But if you're at Seattle Stadium, then just make sure you please stay cool and stay hydrated.
And you are allowed to bring in a water bottle, but it's got to be sealed under 20 ounces, and it's got to be a disposable water bottle. Don't bring in anything that you brought from home or you bought somewhere that you can keep refilling. Disposable water bottle, and I'm sure water will be a hot commodity at the stands for sure. But you want to find those different ways to keep cool today and tomorrow, overnight into Tuesday.